Well, I get to follow both of those. I mean, come on now, we got it. And ironically enough, a lot of what I'm going to be talking to you about today is based on Simon Sinek's followings as well. So I would suggest, if no one, I spoke to my group this morning about that, if you guys have not checked into Simon Sinek's YouTube, there's a video on YouTube that he talks about the millennials. It's very engaging. I really like it. So when I thought about a TED Talk and breaking down things, I mean, you guys have heard about leadership all day. You've heard about failures. You've heard about successes. I thought of leadership and breaking it down and doing an analogy, a word for each one of the letters, and what that would come up for me. And one of the things I thought of, ironically enough, for the L was last. One of Simon Sinek's books is Leaders Eat Last. And I told my group this morning this about he went into like a military academy and noticed that those with all the buttons on their chest and all sorts of ribbons, they were waiting till last to eat. And when he asked, why, I mean, you could go in front of all of them. You could push in front of me. Those of you that are presidents of your houses, if those of you that are presidents of your organization, you can go first. Why? And the answer was very simple. We wait because our team has to be taken care of first. And I think that's a really good thing to remember. In order for your organizations to be successful, everybody has to be taken care of. Because, as you know, one of the things that I do on campus is we do the Myers-Briggs, we talk about our personality traits, we talk about those things that make us successful, those things that make us maybe our weaknesses that we can build on. And that's something that we know. Our teams are built of all of these complex personalities. Good, bad, ugly. For those of you that were in my thing this morning, we got the squiggles, of course. But those different personality types are what make up our team. And it's really important that we take care of them. So eating last, being last, making sure they're taken care of before you're taken care of is really important. The second one I thought of was being empathetic. Because of all of these different personalities, you have to make sure that you understand as a leader that not everybody's created equal. And that, I'm sure you've heard of that, together everyone achieves more. The word everyone is in the word team. Everyone. So we have to have all of us to be very successful. The introverts, the extroverts, even though we drive each other crazy, we both have to exist. Again, I always laugh and say if the world was full of extroverts like me who never stopped talking, we would get nothing done. Okay? We'd be drawing pretty pictures and putting glitter on it, and it'd be so much fun. But no. We have to have introverted people. We have to have all those different aspects to our personality to be able to balance each other out. And also knowing our strengths. That's a big thing to think about. Knowing your strengths and knowing your weaknesses and how you need to learn to adapt to others to help you through those things. And connecting to other ones too. So in your groups, in your meetings, as you're having these different things, know your teams like you heard. Connect with those individuals. Put down your phones. I guess everybody that is, I don't know if anybody in here has had class with me, but I don't want you to have your phones in class. And I think a lot of people think, oh, well, she just wants us to stare at her all day. No, I want you to engage with each other. I want you to have conversations with each other. I think we've lost the ability to be able to talk to each other face to face. Now, granted, I'm an extrovert, and I'm also somebody that'll come and talk to you face to face. I'll drive you crazy that way. But there is a reason for that. I want to see your facial expressions. I want to see those kind of things. So remember that. Instead of maybe sending out a text, hey guys, this is a problem, blah, 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 maybe go talk to that person. Maybe that would also help you to connect with them. Because sometimes I know, even text messages, for instance, they're kind of impersonal. And you want to make sure you have that connection and having that empathy for them. The A, I thought of autonomy. Autonomy being independent in your thinking. As a leader, you have to have strength in your own thoughts, and you have to strengthen your vision and being able to give that to others. And having little self-doubt, having strong self-esteem, that's really important. You've been given these talents, you've been given these strengths, go forward and be strong in them. As somebody who, myself, I came to school, first generation college student. I was scared to death, but I got on this campus and thought I'm going to do the best that I can. And my dad tells the story again. I do not remember it for the life of me, but on move-in day, I moved into Shannon, and there was a bunch of seniors, I guess. Again, you know how dads can kind of, parents embellish things, of course. But he says, you didn't think twice. You just walked right up to those seniors. And granted, they could have been freshmen and part of my class, but he thought they were seniors. He said, you didn't have a problem asking for directions. You didn't have this. I was so proud of you. But that's something that I've always been, that's a strength that I have. I don't have a problem talking to others and relating and connecting with others. So, you know, build on those strengths and go forward with them. And let others help you. Help your other teammates might help you, you know, in other aspects of that. The D, dynamic. Being a dynamic personality, making friends well. In order to be a leader, you have to be somebody that people are relatable to. So, and if there are introverts sitting in here, they're thinking, oh crap, does that mean I have to like talk to people and like, what? No, you can be dynamic without putting on shows in the quad. You're not having to go out and, you know, Culver's Got Talent and do you a show for everybody. Yes, that could be an aspect of it, but that's not what it necessarily means. Having a dynamic personality goes back to just being relatable to others and connecting to others, and they would be drawn to you then, and that helps with your leadership skills. With the E, I also thought of being evenness, because the word I kept thinking of was consistency. It's very important as a leader you have consistency. If you're all over the map and people can't trust you and you have an idea and you can't see it through, or maybe you don't follow through, or you don't take something seriously that another team member says, those kind of things will come back to where people maybe don't want to be underneath your leadership anymore. They don't want to be able to be a part of that. So it's important that that consistency is there, because it's reliable. It means you're unwavering. You're strength through the storm, so to speak. Because, and this too the whole theme of today's event was, you know, you get success through failure. You will have failures. You're going to have failures in possibly your leadership. You're going to have failures in the different things that you do within your organization. It's how you get through them and get to the other side. Rely on your teams. Rely on your organizational members. And last, for the R, I thought of respect. Obviously, respect for yourself first. Respect for others too. All of those things come into one. If you have respect for others, and also respect for yourself, that's going to show. That's really important. It helps you to give back to others. So I think that just basically was what spelled leader for me. The other thought that I had was, and this is something that I've had conversations with maybe some of you about, even relating it back to a career side of things. Your generation wants to be the best at everything. It's like you carry around a basket and you just keep adding things. 4 majors? Yes, I will do 4 majors. Oh, really? There's 16 organizations I can do? Yes. I don't need sleep. Nope, no sleep at all. Nope, I'm good, because I'm going to be amazing. Be careful of diluting yourself. Be careful of spreading yourself so thin you lose your passion. You lose your ability to be that great leader. You have 4 years and beyond to discover your strengths, to discover those things that are inside of you that can help you go forward. So use your time wisely to do that. We heard from our alum who is on campus, and you heard him today, Mr. Johnson, and he said to us on Tuesday morning, to the staff, he said, always remember that life is a journey, it's not a sprint. You are young, you have amazing years in front of you, and you all will be phenomenal. From one Culver alum to another, I know you can be nothing but phenomenal, okay? So always remember that. Always know that you're starting to build this foundation. Some of you might be younger than others here, but those of you even that are graduating as seniors, you can go forward and be amazing as far as those kind of things, as long as you're remembering those things that you are building on. All right? And I thank you.